Today we are starting our first poem of 11th class in your book Hornbill. It's a poem by Shirley Tolson. She is a poetess. She was born in England on 20th May 1924. She was a writer and editor of a magazine. In this poem, she describes a photograph that has been pasted on a cardboard. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, she the big girl, some 12 years or so. There is a photograph that has been pasted on a cardboard, and the photograph shows two girl cousins who are standing in the sea. They are paddling, they are walking in the sea water, each one holding one of my mother's hand, and the two girl cousins are holding poetess mother's hand. She the big girl, some 12 years or so. Poetess mother was 12 years at that time. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with a camera. And the photograph had been taken by poetess mother's uncle. And all of them are looking through their hair. A sweet face, my mother's. That was before I was born. The poetess describes that her mother had a very sweet face before her birth. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. In these two lines, the poetess is trying to contrast between sea and feet. Feet here describes human life. Human life is temporary. Transient means temporary. So feet are symbolizing the human life which is temporary, which is being contrasted to the sea that is permanent. Means very less has changed with the passage of time in the sea, but with the passage of time, the human life does not exist. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. Now, after 20 or 30 years, when poetess mother is looking at that photograph, she is telling her daughter, poetess, she laughs by looking at the photograph and she says that the name of these two cousins were Betty and Dolly. And look how they dressed us for the beach. And she smiles at the way her parents used to dress up for the sea beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. The poetess says that the poetess mother was not getting any time to enjoy her days. Sea holiday has become her past. Mine is her laughter. And she says that now she cannot see her mother smile. Why? Because she is dead. She is no more. So these two things don't exist. For poetess mother, her leisure time has been lost, and for poetess, her mother has been lost, means she is dead. Both try with the labored ease of loss. Both are making efforts. Try means they are trying to turn away. They are trying to forget something which is unpleasant. With the labored ease of loss, they are trying to bear the loss. They are making a great effort. Labored means they are making a great effort to bear the loss, but they are not showing it to the people. They are trying to conceal their pain in front of others. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. Now the poetess is saying that her mother had died almost the number of years she lived. Because see, that photograph has been taken when the poetess mother was 12 years old, and then after 20-30 years later she is looking at the photograph. This means at least she survived for 40-45 years. This means now 40-45 years have passed. Now the poetess is saying she has been dead nearly as many years as the girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. And poetess says that she doesn't want to say anything about that circumstance. Circumstance here refers to the death of that person. It silences, because death is something which silences everybody, which makes other people silent. So this was the poem. Now let us see the literary devices here. The main literary device here used is alliteration. If you see the fifth line, stood still. Consonant sound S and S are repeated in stood and still. Then in the same line through there, T sound, th sound is repeating. Then my mother's. If you see seventh line, my mother's, M sound, M sound is getting repeated. Then terribly transient, T and T sound is getting repeated. Then it is 2030, T sound is again repeating. And in the last line, silence, silences, S sound is getting repeated. Now the other literary device is terribly transient feat. The feat has been described as terribly transient. This is an adjective that has been used to describe the feat, so it is epithet. Epithet. And then if you see labored ease, both are opposite word. On one hand they are saying labored, they are making effort. Ease means they are trying to conceal it from the public. So labored ease, this is oxymoron. So I hope you have understood this.